Hey y'all, it's Trenton Moore back here again, and what I'm doing to you right now is pretty straightforward. I'm talking to you. I've done this for years now. Started this in 2016, and we've been talking things out for quite a while, actually. We've been talking about a variety of things. And, I thought about it. Recently in my lifetime, I've had to talk out, a lot of things. I've had to talk it out with other guys, other women. It's just been, I don't know, man. I've had to talk out things with my parents before. I've had to talk out things with people who seem like my parents. Talking things out, it's a phrase that's pretty common. It's an old phrase that we've all been aware of for a long, long time. And talking things out is usually in reference to something that is situational. Usually there's maybe a situation that maybe went kind of south, or maybe something that didn't really make too much sense, something that lacked a lot of understanding, something that lacked a lot of clarification. And usually you talk things out to really gain some clarification, to gain some understanding, and to really realize what everything was, realize where everything went, how it did go, how it didn't go. You get it, right? And what I'm trying to explain to you all is this, man. Talking things out is a part of life. Talking things out, it's something that you should do. It's something that you have to do. And it's something that you probably will encounter in your lifetime. Just be prepared. And the thing about that is that it's not always going to be enjoyable. Like I said, I've had to talk out certain things recently in my life, and it's opened my eyes on things, man. Talking things out with certain individuals, it will really open your eyes on the way people think. It will open your eyes on the way people act, and it all makes sense after you're done talking it out. Talking it out is really just sometimes it's simply the solution. I also had to tell a former classmate of mine, he's going through a situation in his lifetime right now. And I had to tell him, man, hey, man, you just try talking things out. But before you do that, sit back, think about it, meditate on your thoughts, and really sit back and understand how you feel about a situation, or how you feel about that situation. And that's the thing. The reason why I say talking things out really works is because, as I said, talking things out, simply put, it just brings clarification. It brings understanding. It lets you understand why, as I stated in my previous video that you all probably see, why. What is your why? Why this, why that? It lets you understand why. Talking things out, like I said, it can be difficult. It can be annoying. It can be frustrating. It can be tiresome. I'm not going to lie. I had to talk things out with someone that wasn't really as experienced in a certain part of life that I was. And it was interesting. And I've even had to do the same thing on the opposite end, where I've had to talk things out with someone and I'm not that experienced about something. Either way, it's a form of learning. You get to learn more about not only a person or people that you're talking things out with, but you also get to learn more about yourself. And that's benefits going all around. And, the thing that I realized, like I said, is that, man, talking things out is going to allow you to understand more about a person. It's going to make you realize, heck, there are probably certain people that you don't want to surround yourself with because they don't really have an understanding of just certain general things in life. And I'm actually going to make another video pretty soon about the two different types of smarts in this life. And I feel like this is something that's going to open up your eyes as well. But, talking things out, sometimes you may not have to do it. Sometimes talking things out may not be a part of a situation. Very well so, you might get down to a point where, honestly, you all either naturally resolve things and things are fine and things never erupt to a point where you all have to viciously talk it out, or strategically talk it out, or talk it out, simply put. Sometimes you may have to simply say goodbye, and that's another thing too that can be tough, is that sometimes you may have to say goodbye to certain people, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a friendship, heck, even family members have had to do this in the past. And so it can be unfortunate, but sometimes that situation can lead to, simply put, just calling it quits, saying goodbye and really being done. Because sometimes, as we say, some things can sometimes be past resolution. Certain situations may have a form of resolution that may not be resolution in our eyes, because sometimes removing a person from your life, even though you may not desire to really do that, it may be a necessity. And I've experienced that plenty of times in my life. Like I've said it before, I've been cut off by plenty of people. I don't understand why, but sometimes I realize that maybe there was a good reason for that. There was a good reason for that. I always say there's a positive and a negative situation. I definitely feel like with some of these things I've experienced, I feel like for sure, there's a reason why certain things happen, you know. So that's why I say talking it out at the end of the day, you all look, make sure you do it. But you don't feel comfortable doing it, maybe you will have to get someone else to help you out with it, or maybe practice it out, you know, because I've had to do it with groups of people. Because for y'all that don't know, I'm an RA, and part of being an RA or residential assistant is that sometimes you have to do mediations and you have to talk things out with people. You have to understand both sides and perspectives. And doing that, you know, it has taught me a lot about talking things out, but it also shows that certain people may not be as comfortable talking things out. Some people are quite vulnerable, honestly, and they aren't comfortable at all talking things out. And that's another thing. Sometimes you have to work together to find a different solution to certain issues when certain things just can't be talked out. And so that's honestly what it takes sometimes. But it was Trenton Moore back here again. As I said, talking things out is simply a part of life. It's not really much you can do about it. You know, it's a part of life, it's a part of learning, it's a part of human comprehension. So it's Trenton Moore back here again, and talk it out. You know, do what you gotta do. I'll see y'all later. Peace.